welcome to Daytona for the opening race of Season 8 of MCS, the Daytona 175. So,
Green ping or add everyone for here for the Daytona race.
ping at everyone.
Okay.
And we have 42 cars, 42 drivers attempting to win the Daytona 500. Many of them, it would be their first. And that brings me to the first statistic we're going to talk about. This entire week, every single driver who has won has been their first start in their respective series. So, Laster makes his first start in the Napa Auto Parts Pro Series, wins. Who was it that won trucks? Kirby Valentine wins at Daytona in his first ever truck start. Then, Blake Newman wins in his first ever Dex Imaging start yesterday. So, 3 winners in their first start in their respective series. No, why? No. Okay, you don't need to be doing all that. That's just unfortunate. There you go. Anyways. So, we'll see who can pick that, or if we can continue that streak. Thanks, game. We're giving a lobotomy before the race has even gone green. So, with that, just gonna re-enter the track and beg it doesn't give me another fucking lobotomy. We're just gonna turn this off. As much as I want this race to look really cool, I don't think I can deal with
Where's
Where the fuck are you, dog? What are we fucking doing, man? Brotato chip. Brotavius John. Okay, now you're fucking here. Now you're making me second guess. Are there other dead people? No, it was just Penny. Okay. Anyways, so on pole for the Daytona 500, for the first time in his career, Troy Acosta won duel number 1 and qualified pole. Then we have Denny Ham, your duel 2 winner. Then we have Penny Kim, Augustine Pryor. Penny Kim's definitely a veteran. I don't know about Pryor. Bush in his rookie season for this 26. Gary Collins, Michael Harms, Sheldon Hampton jumping to the 1 for CMSR after the 91 shutdown. Justin Bell, Ross Newton. Ross Newton running potentially his last Daytona 500. Right here. He's already done full season racing. So he's going to make a couple part-time starts this year. And then I think that might be it for him. Then we have Jalen Long making his first ever start in the Cup Series. So look out for him. Then we have Wallace Fields. Francesco Free, he's making his first ever start in the Cup Series. Then we have lefty Tolliver, starting part-time in the 97. Then we have Bruce Nuckwit in the 59, Clyde Wheeler Jr. in the 23, Chris Wolf in the 25 for the first time, replacing Ross Newton in the now full-time and rebranded 25. So it goes from the 45 to the 25. Then James Conaway. Then we have Carlos Martinez, Julian Daniels, Roosevelt Ortiz, Austin Higgins in the 16, Michael Young, Brian Newman, Michael Bryant in the 71 for Forge Motorsports, Todd Young, Byron Wise, Pete Bryan, Christopher Conaway, Dan Curry, Larry Cooper Jr. in the Kyle Busch Throwback, and Jeff Reed. Corey McKinney, Brady Coop returning to the Cup Series after a good Dex Imaging Series season. Aaron Bush, Brody Earnhardt. Patricia Reed, Edwards Carl. James Freeman, Corey Soto. And on the last row, Austin Liang and Carl Scott. So 70 laps. No stages, which is different from the usual. Let's see how that plays into effect. With this race. And we will have green flag stops if they do not wreck at all. And problems before the season begin for Carl Scott. Tire down on the 93. But the drivers in this race making their first cup starts in their career, I believe we're just the two. I believe it's just Free and Long. So, look out for them today, I guess. Troy, are you here?
Yeah.
Troy, who is your pick to win here in Daytona?
You know what? I'm gonna stick with the streak and past stuff. Give me Jeff Reed.
Oh yeah, I guess Jeff Reed is also making his first start. I think that's a pretty fair pick. I want to keep the streak alive, and I think it would be very interesting to have that happen. By Carl Scott, likely going to be in the pack for the green flag, which I'm a little surprised about. But I think I'm going to go for someone a little bit more random. I'm going for Sheldon Hampton. I think the one car finally gets a win.
Alright, and then preseason pick. Let me look what our preseason wins were. Your preseason pick was James Freeman. Mine was Clyde Wheeler Jr.
Nice. Anyways. Green flag, we're racing in Season 8 of MCS. Denny Ham has started the season perfectly. Dominated, led every single lap of the Clash. Came into the duel. Dominated that for the most part. Won the duel. Starts on the outside pole at Daytona. Can he win the 500 and complete the sweep? The perfect trifecta. Acosta does clear, jumps up top. Blocks Ham. Sophomore driver missed out on the rookie of the year last year. 3 wide already. Sheldon Hampton wasting no time making a 3 wide move. Picks up a spot on Collins. Penny Kim moves up. Bush to the bottom. So Bush leads the charge on the bottom lane. Harm's not going to wait. Former 500 winner. Looking for a 3 wide move early. Costa going to get shuffled a little bit there. Still 3 wide. The 2 Dodges linked up in the middle. They may work to the outside of the 2 potentially. Nope. Gonna be able to get back down. Oh, contact in the back! They're wrecking!
Oh, they're already wrecking.
LCJ
McKinney.
in it and McKinney upside down. Tumbling through the grass of turn number 4. First caution of the day comes out very quickly. I mean, we saw it there. They got 3 wide very quickly. And very early wreck.
Yeah.
McKinney gonna be able to drive off. I saw LCJ was the first driver to get turned. And it's gonna be on a 3 wide move here. Oh. What's that about?
It's like a bad push, maybe.
We haven't seen a whole lot of actual pushing this week. Just delivers a bad push. Pushes him into the grass.
And just a bad
Moment there.
merge.
Yeah, not much you can do if you're LCJ. Now those two saved it up there. Oh, Pete Ryan gonna eat the wall pretty good here. McKinney might not even be too bad. I know he flipped, but most of it was off of that impact there with Dan Curry. So really only 4 main involved cars, which is impressive for Daytona, especially when we're this close. And it all starts off a bad push from the 17. Yeah, and he's just tight.
It was a weird flip.
It really was. And he is kind of off balance. You can see it. His car's trying to roll when he comes off the banking. Look. It tries to flip, it tries to flip, it tries to flip, and then grabs the grass. And able to get it back going. Handful of drivers came to pit road. Both of the Dex Imaging Halvoline cars from last year ended up hitting. Don't know if there's any correlation there. LCJ looks fine. Pete Ryan, Dan Curry look fine. McKinney has the only visual damage. I'm curious how bad it's going to be mechanical-wise. So, top 3 Ford Mustangs, then 2 Toyotas, a Dodge, Honda, another Dodge, Ford, and another Toyota. So, something you may notice, no Chevys up here. Your leading Chevrolet 15th, Carlos Martinez. It's not like there's a significant lack of Chevys. There is not the most Chevys in this field, but really not that many. And problems for Julian Daniels, last year's Rookie of the Year. Oh, tire damage. And we'll go take a look. Did he start having a problem under green, or did this all happen under caution? Yes, that wreck happens. Yep, there's the tire. And that's why he took so long, because he was so slow to get to pit road. Stays on the lead lap, so everyone remains on the lead lap as of lap 5. So we saw early moves were being made, as well as mistakes were being made. So a couple of drivers at the back already have had issues. These back four all heavily involved. Let's go on board Jeff Reed, who was minorly involved in this wreck. Yeah, just a bad push to gather it up. And we'll just take a look at the back cam. I'm worried that 11 might be all tore up. He hit McKinney pretty bad. We'll take a look at the onboards from the 8 and 17. Yeah, just an off-center push. And it just hooks him. And you can see he has it gathered up, but he's still a little tight coming into the turn. He's just 3 wide. That likely would have been okay had Jeffrey not been in the middle. I think it was just the situation of getting too tight. I'm going to take a look at a couple of angles from McKinney's on board. Yeah, just bad push and wild ride. You can see he just lets go of the steering wheel completely. We're going to take a nice little look at his point of view from this push. So he just gets a little bit of a run. 8 car just going to slide up just a touch, and that's all it took. So getting ready to go back green. All 42 cars still on track, all of which on the lead lap. We are 5 laps complete, going to be 6 at the start-finish line. And we've already, I would say, likely took out 2 or 3 contenders at the very least. Because I think McKinney's going to have some pretty bad damage, and Pete Bryan hit him pretty hard. Especially with the nose of that car, so. And keep in mind, if you're too slow, you get disqualified. So no one officially out. But I don't suggest that would last too long. Coming to the green. Green flag back in the air at Daytona. Great launch. Troy Acosta actually going to potentially completely clear the 34.
Like
and
he
will. Does he
He
move
moves down?
He will. Does it very late. But 3 Fords linked up on the bottom. Maybe that was the strategy from them. Back up the inside row. Get a good connection on the bottom.
Well, the outside is kind of stalled right now.
Yep, not all that much momentum. Kim drops to the bottom. Denny Ham gonna follow suit. Good run here. Pryor and Hampton gonna push on the bottom. Francesco free. Back there as well. 4th on the inside. Kim controlling the lines. Has never won the Daytona 500. Has been a bridesmaid multiple times.
You finished second, like there's a stat the first 3 or 4 seasons where she finished second. I think it was the first 3 times we ran this race.
And I believe the 17-7... At least those 2 will be out. I think more than likely the 11 will be out. I think they're going to look at his lap times. I think the 32 is actually fine. I think he just got checked up because he was in last. And he is lapping quicker than the tail end of this pack, so. Yeah, he just ran the 7th quickest lap of the race, so. I assume they're going to let him stay in. And they're going to end Pete Bryan's day a little bit early. So, Kim controls the race. Ham there in 2nd. Wolf in 3rd. And they're separating a little bit more than they were on that first 2 laps. I think part of that's a little bit of a patience game. I think they already saw how badly this race can go if they don't race correctly. So, look at this. A couple of CMSR cars. 3 CMSR cars in a row at the back here. Potentially trying to find each other to push up through the field. Carl has already started his march towards the front. As here are 2 RBMS Chevys and Carlos Martinez. Oh, caution! Wrecking in the back! Again. No idea what has happened. But a wreck in the tail end of the field. Looks like everyone's okay.
Jesus.
And a very interesting crash. Penny Kim will lead us back to green. Free up
The front
second.
row lockout.
Yeah. So Kim doing a masterful job controlling this race. What happened? I believe it might have been Nuckwit. He has some right side damage. Oh. Were you just going to get into the back of the 59 for seemingly no reason? They're just going to go around. We haven't seen this at all this week. We haven't really seen people pushing all that hard. And I think what this may be right here is Reed trying to race his way up into the pack a little bit higher. He knows he's got a good car, and I think Nuckwit's kind of complacent, just sitting at the back waiting to avoid a wreck, and it ends up actually being the wreck. So Nuckwit returning to Cup. Reed starting his first race in Cup. Has now been involved in technically 2 crashes.
Sun's moving like Trey Tavius out here.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Yep. Because, I mean, Nuckwit's not really pushing. You can tell he's just sitting in the back, and Reed just doesn't get the memo. And that's such a random crash. I mean, I cut back to the front because it's just like, oh, well, they're just kind of sitting in the back. And then you just hear it. You can see it at the back there. So a couple of early incidents with no significant purpose, to be honest. I don't think this one will take anyone out. I think everyone's damage is pretty benign. So, me and Troy were having a small conversation before the race, but there's been some talks about there being a green flag stop because of how green and clean the racing was the first handful of races. But I think we're finding out that some people saving fuel, some people not. Kind of changing the, is there going to be a caution-free Daytona 500?
So in the span of 10 laps, we have already had more cautions and wrecks than we had all of last year's race. Wait, have we had more wrecks in this race now that we know?
We're tied for all the points-paying races
Wow.
in the lower series.
Yeah, because trucks had one, Dex went caution free, and then D4 had one.
Yes. I mean, maybe... I'm surprised there wasn't any wrecks in Dex. The more I think about it. Because Jesus fucking Christ, Jeff Reed. Now, the drivers who ended up missing out on this race. Hunter Kong, seasoned veteran, wanted to make one more attempt at this race. Didn't quite make it. Then we had the pair of RBMS cars. Damon Middleton missed out on it. Just wasn't all that good. And then you had Terrence Garza. He was trying to go back-to-back in the 500. Didn't even make it to the green flag of his duel before having to retire the car. So blew up early. And that was his chance at making the 500 over. And then, last but not least, a full-time driver missed. And I don't remember the last time that happened, but Jamal Balderas in the 87 for Dodge. Trying to make the third Dodge entry. And ended up missing. Just couldn't get through the field. Reminder, it was his first time in this style of car. And plate tracks aren't exactly his thing, so he didn't really show out and do all that well. Jalen Long, the other Dodge, making his first start, up in 10th. Then we have Justin Bell, his teammate, in 16th. And that's all there is for Dodge. It's still just the two. They tried to add the 87. He will be there for, I think, most other races. Obviously, he still has to qualify in case there's more than 42 cars. But still. So getting ready to go back green.
See if we can stay green this time.
Yeah, just interesting decisions from drivers early on, causing wrecks towards the tail end of the pack. Both wrecks caused by atrocious pushes. Now, the first one was less caused by an atrocious push. Because, yes, it was, but it could have gone well. The second one, that one was just awful. That one, I don't even know what to say. They're going to double up. Earnhardt got confused. Remember, the 3 car already has a win this week. One in the Dex Imaging Series with Blake Newman. So could Earnhardt chase his first Daytona 500? Sounds like the 90s again. Getting ready to go back green. Green flag! We're back racing in the Daytona 500.
Front row lockout from Valvoline. We'll see if... Chris Wolf now in second. As Wolf finished second last year in this race. Not teammate, remember?
Oh yeah, not teammate, but...
Even though everyone, including us, thought they were teammates. Because who remembers Wheeler racing? Not me.
Probably Clyde Wheeler and Clyde Wheeler Jr. And here comes a run, Denny Ham. 2 Toyotas now up at the front. Could they finally dethrone Penny Kim? No, they're going to try to kill each other. Oh, Ham! Squeezed underneath, almost a bad block. And that second line is completely deteriorated. Can we make it more than 2 laps here? Hampton, bad push to the back of Pryor. Almost turned him or almost turned her around. Kim gonna be able to gather it up. 3 wide back here. Newton right in the middle with Freeman. A little bit of contact.
Bro, calm down.
And Kim continues to lead the Daytona 500.
Kim has already led about 15 laps, not 15, probably like 13 laps.
Yeah, it might be 15. Really good start.
It seems like the people at the front are more complacent than the people at the back.
Well, yeah, you can't be complacent at the back. You gotta get to the front at some point. And reminder, no stage cautions. You can't flip stages. You can't pull strategy. This race is a lot more about actual track position this year because of no guaranteed cautions. Pryor jumps up to the second spot. Teammate nowhere in sight.
Yeah, we haven't seen as much movement as we did in the
Oh, almost a bad block. Hampton does get down, courtesy of the Conaway duo lifting for him.
You know how weird that must feel for Christopher Conaway to be bump drafting and working with his son?
Yeah, because you gotta feel really bad if you wreck him or something.
And you just gotta feel old, bro. Like, never mind, I'm not gonna say that on air.
Oh god, does it have anything to do with the ages?
Yeah.
Oh god. 3 wide, don't like this. And there's 3 wide back there. I saw Newton in the middle again. Pryor able to find the gap. So it seems like these front cars really just being able to find gaps.
Yeah.
Because of the way momentum has been.
Yeah, these front guys just their cars seem fast all around.
Ooh, and a good move from Acosta. Gonna switch back the 1.
It seems like the Fords are the strong cars today.
Yeah, but these Toyotas also seem pretty good. Chevy seems really weak. Which is odd, because RBMS usually brings very, very quick cars. Here to Daytona, Acosta gonna jump to the bottom. We could have our first lead change since probably around lap 5.
Has it only been the 31 and 34 that have led?
Basically.
Wow.
So dominant showing so far from the Fords in the 30s. Costa throws a late block, has to move down in front of Conaway. Although I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think those two are coming to the front pretty quick. Tolliver jumps to the high side. As Nuckwit has dropped out of the pack. So, damage too significant for the 59. And he will be out of this race. 4 retirements to this point. Whoa! Oh, the Ricken! Turned around and upside down in the middle of the field!
Oh my god.
And this is our first, I would say, big one, and that's a hard hit. And they're wrecking more up here. Still haven't sorted it out. Big wreck. I mean, the racing at the front getting really aggressive.
2 Toyota flips.
Collins went over. He's still on the track, but we saw with McKinney that didn't last very long. What happens? Looks like maybe a bad push from Tolliver.
I don't know what it is. The Toyotas today just can't push.
Oh no. Oh, is this a bad block? Oh yeah, bad block. Don't know why Tolliver didn't lift. But they just wad up the field. I mean, first off, I don't know why you make that block. Second off, I don't know why you lift. And why he didn't just commit to taking that block. If he would have taken that block, he would have just gotten a huge shove. But instead, he gets turned into the wall. Martinez is nowhere to go there. And then that just causes everything. You can see a lot of the cars on the high side just kind of went to the wall and bumped into it. Long got up in the air. What happens all the way up here? Because I see Daniels looks okay. Oh, is it the car on the bottom? Whoever that is sliding through the grass, I think might cause more. Yup. Wow. Most unnecessary pushes in the first 20 laps of a Daytona 500 I think I've ever seen in my life.
Someone had a really hard hit there.
Yes, I did see that.
For sure it's the 93.
Yeah, I know. He got clobbered into the wall. He's already around at this point. I know he hits it in turn 3.
Yeah, he comes right up on the 8.
Yeah, I know. 8 car gets the Christopher Bell experience.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, you can see the contact with Collins kind of messed up his save, and hey, at least it was only at like 100, but that is just not the angle you want to get nailed at. Looks like Dale Earnhardt, Jesus Christ. And did these three that were kind of hanging out at the back actually get through clean? Wow. They did. So we're going to go on board Liang, and I think this is kind of what your strategy is through the big one. Jam on the brakes. Look for a slight hole. Hey, got a little bit of it, but we should be fine. Oh, they even wrecked more. Jesus Christ, man. Oh no, this was the 81 thing. I mean, you can't do much as the 81 there, at least. Oh, and guess who both got... Oh, I actually think they were both involved. Never mind.
I wonder how many cars are out.
Probably a lot. Yeah, we're gonna go on board the 2. He got into the back of the 70 pretty hard. Launched him up into the air. All this over a shitty push. Someone tell Lefty just wrecked the entire fucking field. Jesus Mary Christ. Oh my god. Yeah, it's not good when we've already retired 4 cars in the first half lap. And I have a very strong feeling we're gonna have about 20 cars left in this race.
This is not what I expected. Let me get water. Hold on. I'm back.
Hi.
How's it going?
Fine. Jesus Christ. Fucking Gary Collins is still here, by the way. So, in 22 laps, we've probably taken out a handful of cars. Where does the end of involved cars start? I think Aaron Bush is the last car that's, like, not deceased. Freeman might be fine. I know these two were involved. He's been involved in about 10 wrecks. Daniels might be fucked. It's a bit worrisome that there's this many drivers already with problems.
Even halfway through.
Hey, at least it was an interesting wreck. I don't think I've seen anyone push that fucking stupid since like season 2. Like, there was really no need to do all that. Like, can we just talk about how every wreck has been avoidable? At least the first one was kind of just like a bad push, and then, like, they saved it, and then it became a problem. But, like, this was just... my lord. Yo, it's giving Bubba Wallace Daytona vibes. Yo, Gary Collins might actually be Bubba Wallace. He wins like once every blue moon. And then does some stupid shit at plate tracks. And gets fucking assassinated by another Toyota. And Gary Collins might be black, I don't know.
Uh-oh. Aaron did a double up. We'll see how many cars were heavily affected from the big one.
I don't know if we're gonna get a bigger wreck than that. I don't think we have enough cars for fucking bigger wreck at this point. Anyways, Ford lockout, then Toyota lockout with family members, then another Ford lockout. Which is finally bringing Chevrolet into the top 10. Jesus Christ. That's just not the sight you want to see if you're a Chevy fan. You're relying on Austin Higgins to try to win. Okay, maybe the front end damage didn't do anything, you know? You know? Anyways. Green flag, up to the gears they go. Okay. 3 wide. Great move on the first lap of a restart. You're not giving me
Okay,
very much hope,
pack
guys.
doesn't look that bad yet.
Yet.
I think Jalen Long's really slow.
Yes. Daniels might be able to stay in, so he could have like around 20-ish cars. A little bit more than that. That'd be fine to watch. I can watch 20 cars race.
When you get like under 15 or 20, though, it's like
Unwatchable, I know.
So it just feels like a duel.
And maybe this pack might stay together. So they might not be entirely screwed. Okay, 25 cars. That's enough. We got this.
Just don't do anything stupid again. Hampton's the race lead.
Hampton gonna jump up. Could have our first non-Ford to get to the front. I know Ham did it very brief. Oh my god! And they're gonna wreck from the lead. Who saves it? Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
goodness. What a
Did he get a
save.
bad push? That's what it looked like.
Yep.
Damn it, yo.
And all of a sudden, this pack is right back in this pack, courtesy of a little bit of a amazing push.
Hope that guy who suggested we change the thing to like make
Dies.
them bump draft,
Dies.
like watches this and then realizes why that's a horrible idea.
I told him. Was that a
So,
bad
yeah, Penny
block or
Kim
was that a
just,
bad
like-
push?
Or a mix of both.
I think Hampton was in front for long enough where it wasn't really a bad block. Like he was sitting in front.
Yeah, it just looked like a bad push.
Oh, and that got really bad because it was right off of, or right into the safer barrier. Look, that's right where the safer barrier starts. You're gonna see it. That was really unfortunate timing.
Yeah, that's why he.
That's why I got extra bad.
Damage these cars.
Okay, well, we are in mostly one piece. I mean, we're racing like it's season 1 Daytona right now, but that's fine.
I honestly don't mind it right now.
Yeah, they're still gonna find a way to wreck. The 31 doesn't look too tore up. Now, I think when he has to pit, if he has to pit, I assume he will be very much hurting, track position-wise. I mean, still got a group.
I honestly don't mind the choo-choo train right now.
Yeah, maybe they've learned. Maybe they've said,
MCS
wait.
drivers learning? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a bold assumption of you. Oh, that's worthy. This car won yesterday.
Yeah. Wow, they're like actually just relaxing a little bit.
So it's like real Daytona now.
I don't
The
know if that's
outside
really...
trying to form a line.
I don't think that's a bad thing right now.
Yeah.
I'm actually totally okay with what's happening right now. I enjoy this. This is what Daytona should be like. For the first 45% of it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please don't. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Guys, maybe they learned. Maybe they know the method now. Okay, I think we gotta start taking people out. Wait, that sounds like I'm part of like the KJB or some shit. So, the dream is dead for Jalen Long.
I would
His
assume.
first ever Daytona 500.
Yeah, now I don't know if there's really any drivers who could continue the streak of first race, first win.
I mean, Jeff Reed's still here apparently.
Oh.
We're just gonna pretend he didn't wreck the field twice. And Free's still here, kind of. I mean, he's struggling, but he's here, I guess. Oh.
Oh.
Great.
And Penny Kim's back to the lead.
Yep. So Penny Kim gonna kind of control this race now. Let's see for how long. I don't know if Brody's gonna be very happy with just sitting behind a Ford. Oh my god, Chris Wolf! Fucking terrorist.
That's a teammate.
Jesus Christ. We do not need to be pushing like that. On lap 32. Wolf almost into the back of him. But they gathered up. Oh, Wolf got kicked out by Newman. I will say that outside isn't really fading as hard as I thought it would, even though it's so disorganized. Okay, hello. Uh-oh. 3 wide. Newman gonna have to scoot up to the top. I mean, they're kind of racing it. They are balling right now. I will say, I think a lot of this is them actually just relaxing. I think they've figured out that maybe it's not the best time to wreck the entire field in the first half of the Daytona 500. Now, I will say, it looks kind of like an old Daytona race with Energy and Valvoline dominating. Wolf gonna drop to the bottom. See if he can get a run up to second. We're gonna drop. I mean, we're down to 22 cars in this pack. Kinda 23. But Free's starting to drop off of it. I will say the slowest pack on the track is at least together. So. Oh, Wolf going for the lead. Just nearing the halfway mark of this race. Wolf gonna slide up in front. Just don't cause a wreck, Penny. Nose to tail. Oh my god! Hampton almost got turned by Ortiz. Oh, 3 wide.
Oh, they're 3 wide. Oh, they're gonna die.
No, maybe. They got that?
There's a dodge.
So?
Hey, we might not get the
Well,
over on the 0.5 dodge flips.
Yeah, because keep in mind, Dodge only has 1 car left.
We have had 2 Toyota flips, though. Maybe even more from the race.
Hampton controls. Finally, Chevrolet gang representation up front. Ortiz almost just got himself turned. I saw Wolf on his bumper. And Ortiz gonna make the dive. Roosevelt Ortiz will get his nose out in front of the Daytona 500 lead. Ortiz covers top to bottom. Ooh, almost. Bad block there. Higgins. The leader wrecker goes to the lead by just a little bit. Aaron Bush now has fallen all the way back to this pack, but that may help them speed up slightly. Since the big one, we have kept it green with that one mishap from the 31. Not blaming him, but it was him that got turned into the wall. And he's remained up front.
Oh, what the hell, Austin? I leave for 20 seconds and I come back and Austin Higgins is leading the field.
Just trust him. As it is getting more racy. There goes Acosta, dead. Uh-oh. The field's dead. The field's dead. The field's dead.
Oh my god!
The field's dead. He did the Justin Bell, and we've got a 3rd Toyota flip. Well, shit.
I thought everything was fine, and then I forgot Acosta was somewhere down there, and then
wow. Nice one, Troy. Fucking geniuses in the Cup Series, man. Wow. Looks like the first wreck, but Acosta just, like, fucking disappears, John Hunter Nemechek style. I mean, he's on the brakes at least. I mean, not enough. But, like, he's trying. Hey, I mean, at least Penny Kim didn't get clapped. And then say goodbye to Chevrolet. I don't know how bad everyone is, to be honest. I mean, that might have only taken out, like, 5 or 6 cars, which is a significant amount, but...
This has been an interesting race. I don't know. Wow. How do we go from a caution-free Dex race to this?
So, how many cars do we think are going to be left after this one? 18?
19.
I 18, so she's still legal. And we have the fucking leader wrecker, Brian Newman. What is happening up front? Ross Newton, part-time, by the way, is top 10. And probably has a better chance of winning than most. I don't know how long this race has been so far, but it's been a solid race. I mean, we started with 42. We've taken out about half of them. 31 and 00 out. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, no dodge flips. Unless I was wrong about D4. Although I don't believe I was. Okay. Well, at least the second pack was so far back and also smart enough to, like, lift before drilling the wreck. That's always my biggest fear, is when someone wrecks like that, and then, like, the second pack, like, just nails them through the catch fencing, you know? Okay.
30 to go now.
How long was that green flag run?
Probably our longest yet.
No, really? Okay, so from lap 25? Yeah, it was like almost 15 laps. That's okay. So if we go off of that math, we've got 1 caution left. Maybe 2, depending. So maybe okay, there's 14 cars that were originally up here. So that's a worrisome thing. Free and Daniels and these guys, like, dropped out of the pack, or just got fucking annihilated in the last wreck, so. Currently 30 cars on the track. About half of them are actually competitive. Hey, maybe that second pack will grow big enough where they can actually keep up with the first pack a little bit. We will just have to wait and fucking see, I guess.
Well, this has been an interesting 500 probably. I haven't seen one like this since, like, the early season.
That's called Elite Rage Bait. Low IQ or bait? Anyways, we get ready to go back green. After hell.
Here we go. Now, I feel like Brian Newman being up front, I think he's one of the veteran drivers too. Although he's won at Daytona, won at Talladega, has tons of plate wins. He's never won this race, so we'll see if he can get that done today.
Actually, he's one of the two quickest. The two quickest cars are the front row. Jesus Christ, Austin Higgins is the quickest car at Daytona.
Good Lord.
Coming to the green. Green flag back in the air from Daytona. Weekly recap gonna go crazy. Ortiz jumps up to second. Penny Kim's still in this race. Remember, she is not done with trying to beat the field. I believe she's the only Valvoline car really left. Fields is still up here, surprisingly. Actually, everyone's still here besides the two, I think. That's unfortunate.
Pancaked that.
Two got clapped, bro.
Okay,
Alright.
honestly, it doesn't look that bad.
Well, that's ironic. The two people that caused that last wreck are now gone. The 31 for sending the field and the 71 for giving the greatest push ever.
At least the 31 was trying to break, unlike someone else.
I wonder who that could be. He's also out of the race. Oh my god. What are we doing? This racing is crazy. The two drivers that raced for Rookie of the Year last year just went 3 wide. Okay, we're down to 29 cars. Top 3 have pulled a gap. I don't remember the last time that's happened in Daytona. We actually get a 3-car tandem draft to gap the field. Free just threw a terrible block back there, and I thought he was going to get turned. If I'm being quite honest. Brady Coupe. And the brand new 14 car for Valvoline. First time Valvoline's had multiple cars since probably like season 4. Hell, maybe even season 3. I don't remember off the top of my head, but he has arrived in that second Valvoline entry and is already looking to make moves. Pulls it to the bottom on Newman. 48.3. Oh god. Now that pack might be a little too slow. We'll discuss as the run goes on, but man, those top two have pulled a gap at Daytona. I mean, I don't remember the last time they tandem drafted like this shit. Oh my god. There's a little bit of a run. And I think maybe this pack's goal could be trying to get this top two separated. Because they are certainly driving well. And working together very well. And it has kind of caused a little bit of separation in this field. See, the fast cars really get to the front now, with less cars in the pack. I mean, the leaders have to work together to get Kim and Higgins off of each other. I think Coop has to make a move, no? He's gonna sit in line. Let them control the race. Maybe it's the right thing to do right now, but it's giving RCR vibes. Mostly single file. The Locust car is gonna fight it out back here. Him who had a very good lap last lap. Able to pick up a ton of spots. Reed trying to get back into this thing. Up at the front. Uh-oh, 3 wide in the back here. Aggressive move from Sheldon Hampton. Trying to build some momentum for himself. I mean, this field beaten and battered. But Kim continues to just push on. And we've kind of seen this, where Kim's really decided this race so far. But Newman not going to be complacent with it.
I see we haven't wrecked yet.
Newman to the bottom. Can't get underneath her. I mean, they need to separate this duo at the front. They have not lost these top two spots this entire run. Third place needs to make something happen, and he's honestly been trying. There you go. Finally has it. Underneath Kim. Kim gonna lose that spot and gonna be essentially the single file line equivalent of sucker hold. Now look at the bottom. Ham may sneak underneath Newman. And he will. Hampton gonna follow suit. Now they're gonna have to set up Higgins for this pass. I mean, getting rid of Higgins and Kim, I think, really benefits this pack. But Hampton, not just going to push Ham to it. Hampton knows this is a chance for him to win a Daytona 500 here. Takes it all the way to the bottom. Sheldon Hampton for CMSR goes to the lead. I don't believe the one car led a single lap last. Oh, something happened. Don't know if it was actually a wreck. Oh, no. Newton, I think, has a problem. And I think separated the pack. I think that could bring out a caution, potentially. Yeah, tire damage. And they're going to throw the yellow. as there's debris in turn 1 from the tire. So Newton likely going to end his 500 hopes here. Uh-oh. Don't do it. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Don't fucking wreck each other. We are under the yellow fucking flag. Oh my god. Oh my god. Geniuses, I tell you. See, I told you, Troy. There's always got to be something. Every week. There always has to be something. It was inevitable. We all knew what was going to happen. And I mainly feel bad for the people that are fast that got separated. Now, good thing is as long as they didn't drop too far back, like Wolf and Soto, they should be fine. They will more than likely be able to get past the couple of slow cars in front of them and be able to snag the tail end of the pack. If they don't, that's really unfortunate. What the shit? Check Instagram, Troy.
Yo, so I saw this Instagram post about the Bubba Wallace like Hardee's meal, and someone said, "Be careful when you finish it, you'll hit a wall."
Okay, that's a little bit funny.
Come on, watching.
That's the Daytona 500, dude.
No, seriously. Rinsing the sour off their can.
Oh, yeah.
You know you can. Oh wait, those are. I thought those are gummy bears. Those are... Why is wrench juice calling my phone?
Oh, yeah, by the way, the really funny part is that's posted by the official account. The Sour
Wow.
Patch Kids Instagram gotta be the dumbest shit ever, bro. They just be shit posting. You know a brand is peak when they shit post, you know?
Okay. So this has been an interesting race for sure. The fact that Austin Higgins has been dominating the past 20 laps is very scary to me.
Well, he got banished to third, so.
Alright, coming to the green with 14 to go. Sheldon Hampton leads.
Anyways, getting ready to go back green with 14 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Time is ticking for these drivers to make their moves and make them happen quick. I think time's also ticking for some of these teams. Some of these teams, they know they have damage. Have they repaired it to enough of an extent that they can try to win this race? At least get a good finish. Are you a fucking bot? Like, I don't know.
Go, guys.
Nothing's better get shit rage baited. Coming to the green, Hampton Ortiz, Higgins Conaway, Kim Carl, Newman Ham, Reed and Coop. All of which have had their chances at the front. Green flag back in the air, potentially for the last time in Daytona. Coop didn't get going very good. Oh, and they're gonna wreck! The field flies apart!
Jesus Christ.
And a restart wreck.
Now, luckily, I don't think any cars can be that damaged from that. They were just kind of...
And the big one happens on a restart now.
Wow. Walmart.
Oh my god. Ross Newton just went from 29th to potentially up front. I think he genuinely just passed 17 cars like that. And Higgins going to go back to the lead. And Kim could either line up behind or alongside. So from 29th to 12th. 17 spots in an eighth of a lap at Daytona. That is quite impressive. Brady Coop got turned around. I know he was the first one to actually have a problem. Let's go on board Francisco. Oh, and he missed a shift. Brady Coop misses a shift, and that's the end of his day. Wow. Missing a shift in the Cup Series is just not the move, Coop. Look, just misses the shift. I thought he just messed up the restart. No. That was a little bit more than that. And some drivers that might not have been too damaged. Like
No,
Chris
luckily
Wolf now got some.
I feel like a lot of the cars involved in that were the cars that already kind of... Now, what happened exactly?
Coop missed a shift. He just genuinely missed a damn shift at Daytona and just got hooked. Nowhere free could have gone. You don't expect someone to jam on the brakes in front of you on a restart. Let's go on board Ross Newton through this. Matter, he lined up second to last, but I'll just say last. Hell, no, he was technically last. The field's just gonna fly apart at the hands of Francesco Free and Brady Coop. Wow. That is, like, honestly impressive to have that happen.
This might be the most cautions in 500 history.
Perhaps.
I don't know the last time we've had this bad of a 500.
The racing's honestly been entertaining. It's just there's been so many stupid fucking things for no reason. That was a very impressive avoidance, I will say. Like, he just follows Byron Wise and then dumps Byron Wise on the exit of it. See?
Well, I don't think that took out that many cars. Maybe one or two. There's just a lot of cars kind of spinning around.
Keep in mind, 2 cars that have flipped are still in this race. 77 and 99, both here. Guess Toyota's just built like that. It's not made aware of their game. The 8's out. I did see him get turned pretty hard, so that makes sense, and he already had damage. I'm gonna go on board Larry Cooper Jr., who has retired from the event. Yeah, he did get that pretty hard, and then I know he got nailed there. Yeah.
Coop asked if he DNF'd, and I said, "You're fine. You just like wrecked the entire field."
Although I'm sure he has some significant damage after that, so no Halvoline 500.
Acosta did the same thing, and he was still competitive.
I mean, like, kinda. I mean, Coop's still spinning. He spun for genuinely the entire lap. Oh, because Gary Collins just cleaned him out. You know what? Someone missed a shift and wrecks the entire field at Daytona with like 10 to go. I think I would also wreck them under caution, to be honest. I mean, it has been a long day. And then Gary Collins just gives Coop a friendly reminder that he is not a race winner. Oh, okay, nice one, Martinez. But yeah, Coop is dead last. The 68's out now. Don't entirely know if that's related. It says valve, so potentially a valve problem afterwards. Nope. Looks like he genuinely just ended his race semi-unrelated. I'm sure the damage didn't help him. Oh wow, he's been blowing up for a hot minute. Came out of pit road and started blowing up.
Yeah, I looked for a guy. Who was my pre-race pick?
I don't know. Look at all. I think all the energy cars are still here.
Wow.
Yeah, they're all still here, and half of them have flipped. So coming to the green with 9 to go. This time, maybe we'll make it past turn 1. After potentially the best push I've ever seen in Daytona 500 history. The fact I don't even know if Todd Young's super slow or not is probably worrying. Oh my god, Todd Young's actually, like, decent. We may still have around 15 cars left in this pack. We for sure have the top 12. At least 11 of the top 12. I don't know if Busch is okay. He kind of missed the restart last time as well. He just didn't jam on the brakes as well and miss a shift.
Here we go. Coming to the green. Probably two of the most dominant cars today leading us back. I don't think there's been a moment where Penny Kim hasn't been inside the top 5 or 10 the entire race. Kim gets the better jump.
I think this is her perfect opportunity to win this race.
She's been trying all her career, has finished second a handful of times. Can she finally do it?
Win on the biggest stage, essentially alone. Doesn't really have any teammates. Fields is here to an extent. Same with Free, but neither of them all that competitive, but 3 wide.
Oh, Hampton!
Hampton
He
knows it's
the
go time.
Yeah. Time's ticking. Hampton's going to force it 3 wide for the race lead.
And gets it away. Great move. I love that move. Pryor still
Hampton
tagging onto the pack.
Has never won in his long Cup Series career.
He's nearing the end of it now. And I think it's time for him to get a win. He gets a brand new chance. First time he hasn't been in the 91 in the Cup Series. And he's now at a super speedway dominant team. Perfect for his skill set. He's trying to pull off the win and the upset in the Daytona 500.
Roosevelt Ortiz. His team won it last year.
Then the 2 cars that they tried to qualify into this race miss the race. Then they have a bad qualifying effort. Then they basically all get wrecked outside of Ortiz. Ortiz trying to carry the flag for RBMS. Good push on the bottom. Kim tried to sneak underneath, but gonna be at least in 3rd here. That second line kind of coming to life a little bit. They haven't been as much of a pushover in the second half. Ham moves up! Higgins and Kim, contact made!
Bad push. Kim keeps it straight. That's going to help Hampton. Kim almost goes back down.
I think part of that from Higgins right there, I think he didn't enjoy that block down the backstretch. Kim chased him all the way down, and he just pushed her over to the right side. Higgins with a run.
Run at Daytona.
Don't do that. You made a whole video about that. Hampton gonna have company on the bottom. And I know it's like 5 to go, and I really shouldn't be cutting away from the front, but I just want to mention there is a huge pack back here. And this could develop into a wreck depending on the speed difference.
Oh my god. The 69 looked like he just got a bad push. 45 is on his bumper. Keep in mind, Ross Newton in this pack. He has won this race before, looking for a second and maybe his last ever win in the Cup Series.
I believe, as a matter of fact, in this entire field, or like this pack, Newton the only one to have won it.
And then I would keep an eye on James Conaway. 3rd year in the Cup Series, still yet to win. Can he finally get it done on the biggest stage?
Caution!
Now in P3, caution.
This is what I was talking about, and this is likely going to force overtime. No idea where the caution's from. No idea what happened. Was it like a spin? Did Martinez or Higgins get turned? Maybe Higgins. Yeah, he's slow. Yep, right in the back of the pack, like I said. 3 wide, they kind of get checked up, and Liang just no-lifts the 14, and there goes him in the 7th. So, potentially one last caution, and I think it may be because if they go into overtime, mind you, race is official. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually going to pause, save, and set up overtime. MCS race 1 save. Just gonna toggle that, and we're ready to race it out for these last 2 laps at Daytona.
Overtime for the second. When we were last in overtime. And won it.
And look at what
So
Conway's
if
going to be.
things,
Look at Conway.
I'm really liking Conway.
I don't really like anyone on that outside lane. I like where Penny Kim is.
Yeah.
Maybe a little far back, but we saw in the truck race, I believe. Wasn't Valentine pretty far back? Wasn't he fourth row inside?
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
2 to
fourth
go
row
and
inside.
was able to win that race. We've seen some incredible moves in this 500.
And then we also saw, it wasn't a restart, but we saw Blake Newman go from like probably like fifth to first in the span of a lap and a half.
6, 7. Sorry. I will say one thing I'm glad about is because a lot of the faster cars got taken out, we could have a very interesting winner.
Yeah.
So if a caution comes out on this overtime attempt, race is over. Now, keep in mind, we've seen this in a sport very similar to ours. If a caution comes out before they reach the start finish line on the green flag, then they'll give it another attempt. Now, what are the chances of that? Pretty low, but I also didn't think you can miss a shift in a MCS Cup car, so we're making everything happen. And then he got wrecked down the back straightaway right after. And he got wrecked under that caution. So he wrecked 3 times in about, like, 5, 6 laps. That's rough. He wrecks twice in 1 lap and then gets banished.
God. He was also competitive at the end of the Dex race, if I recall.
Yeah, I do remember that. I was going to bring that up. I just really don't feel like jinxing him. And we will go to overtime officially, by the way.
Alright.
I think it's mainly up to this top 9. I think this top 9 is the only competitive cars left. Top 7 is where the actual cream of the crop is. Well, really top 8, but I just don't think Otis has any hope. And I think one of these top 8 cars are going to win this thing. Unless something catastrophic happens. Could you imagine a last lap wreck?
That would be Higgins just... He's called the leader wrecker.
He's the type of person to do, I've shown you this before, but the Ricky Stenhouse Daytona thing out of turn 4 when he just dumped himself on Kurt Busch.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly what this guy would do, by the way. Out of turn 4 on the final lap, he would just get hooked and die a horrible death.
Who remembers Funfetti Noah?
Yo. I swear, Koopy moving like Funfetti Noah right now. So is Jeff Reed, low-key.
Yo, Jeff Reed was a terrorist at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, and he's still top 10, by the way.
Wow.
So if there's any Jeff Reed haters, you guys are rolling right now. He just wrecked the entire field twice and is still top 10. I don't think he has a chance to win because he does have enough damage where he's going to be underpowered. But we're going to get the green. Going to go 1 lap over schedule, which, you know what? That's fine.
Now, this is going to be...
And I want my breakfast.
Brian Newman, I stated earlier, he's won at this track before. He's won many races at Dega. I believe three or two.
At least 2, yeah. Maybe 3. You can check.
And he is probably one of the best plate racers, if not the best, in the entire series. But this is the one race he has not won yet. This and the Atlanta, if you even count that at this point.
Well, we run like one race, and it's usually hell, because I don't think anyone enjoys watching that shit. I know we have it later in the schedule this year as well. I will say, something I just noticed is the 2 CMSR front ends look very similar.
I'd also like to mention Austin Higgins on a 66 race winless streak in the Cup Series. Brian Newman on a 79 race winless streak in the Cup Series.
James
Conaway has never won. Sheldon Hampton's never won. Carl's on like
probably 100, right?
74.
Oh, wow. He's won more recently than I thought. Newton's on like a 5 race winless streak. Penny Kim's actually on like a longer one than you'd think. Like 20 races probably.
26.
Yeah, it's been
Well,
more.
here we go. I'd
H's
also
has
keep
never
an eye
won.
on that 84. I know he's far back, but he's been dominant in all the speed weeks.
Yep. He's probably been the best driver. Probably had the best opening week we've ever seen. 2 wins and potentially very good finish. Coming to the green. Green flag for the last time in Daytona.
Pretty even start.
Higgins has separation, which is probably going to benefit this inside row a little bit, because it means they can kind of set up a run, try to get back to 16. This is probably the most organized we've seen this field in a while. Inside, not really going all that well. Could be 3 wide. Oh!
Oh!
And a big problem there.
Wreck. Do they keep it straight?
Carl does a great job holding that car together. Newman gonna have a chance at it. White flag, 1 lap to go. The field checkup after Carl nearly got turned there. Gonna really affect this. Conway doesn't seem like he can really close. Here comes Hampton to the bottom. Ford Mustangs. 2 through 4 onto the back straightaway. There goes Hampton.
Hampton goes down. I don't think the 6 will be able to go down, but I don't think Hampton's going to be able to get to the inside of the 16.
Here we go. Higgins leads. Through 3 and 4. Austin Higgins for Chevy below. Gonna get their first win in the Cup Series at Daytona. Higgins does it. And the 16 will win for the first time in Cup Series history.
The second year in a row, a part-time driver gets it done at Daytona.
And what a finish for Hampton. Came up just short, but able to at least have a great finish. And of full-time drivers will be the points leader.
Wow.
Reed will finish 8th. And poor Edwards Carl got nearly assassinated at the end of this.
Don't do what I did last time Higgins won.
Well, I already saved it. So, we could at least revert back to that. And he won anyways. Oh, Newton. What the fuck are we doing? Now I see why you retired. Jesus Christ, you bum. What is this guy doing, man? What the hell? Yeah, Ross Newton just kind of caused that. Good job by Edwards Carl to slow the car down and be able to gather it up. I know it cost him the win, but at least it didn't cost anyone's lives. But that really separated the pack for that white flag. That's why I said that it wasn't really a good thing when that field was super organized on the restart. It's because there was just so much clutter. But Austin Higgins, first career win. Or no, not first career win. Second win, because he won Pigs Creek. The plate track merchant. We will see you next week for Las Vegas for all 4 series. Anyways, bye.